You're live.
Thank you. Oh, I gotta get my thing out, sorry. It is 1:06 a.m. and we have it returned from executive session. It's now Wednesday, June 28th. And we'll move forward. The first item on the agenda is E1, personnel instructional items. Can I get a motion?
I move that we approve the instructional personnel items presented to the board for approval this evening.
Second.
It's been properly moved in second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. I did mean to say something about that. Sorry. E2, personnel non-instructional items. Can I get a motion?
I move that we approve the non-instructional personnel items presented to the board for approval this evening.
Second.
It's been properly moved in second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Item E3, board action items.
I move that we approve the board action items presented to the board for the approval this evening with the exception of items H1 and H4, which will be tabled.
Second.
It's been properly moved in second. Any discussion?
Discussion.
Yes?
Just a silly question. On June 11th, we're starting at 7 p.m. Did we want to, I know we discussed this probably. Were we going to add on a little mini discussion, pseudo retreat, legal clarification, and start at 6:30 or 7 p.m. and move forward?
There was not a recommendation from the governance committee from that, correct?
Correct.
Trustees, how do you feel about the proposition that Trustee Valen made, which is for us to have some sort of mini retreat or discussion attached to our annual reorganization meeting? Don't all speak at the same time.
What would it be on?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Does that change the motion on the floor? Are you trying to change the start
Well, the
time?
start time
It
is
could change
listed
the
in the
start time.
resolution, so, and it would need to be noticed properly. You know what, if we had it on the mini retreat, we wouldn't, well, never mind.
Can you give me the letter and number of the item that you want to change?
It's annual meeting date, H2.
We could leave it at 7 p.m. I just thought there might be other issues we need to discuss that night. Might want that extra half hour if people were available. But we could leave it at 7.
You want 6:30 p.m.?
I'm fine with 6:30.
Is anyone opposed to 6:30 p.m. start date for our annual meeting?
It's a proposal, yes.
No one's saying anything, so we're going to go with 6:30. Christine, please make the notification change. I do not think you need a new motion because,
As amended.
As amended.
there you go. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries.
So now there's going to be a new item H6, is that correct?
H6.
That would have already been in what you just.
The employee benefits accrued liability reserve, which is currently listed on page 34 as employee benefits
Thank you.
as item 22. We're going to copy that down, and I guess since it's not visible to the public, maybe you want to read it, or you want me to read it?
Excuse me.
Yes, I'll read it. What's
ahead.
the original number again?
Page 34, item 22, employee
Twen-
benefits accrued
Trustee
liability
Mayor?
reserve.
Item K22?
Trustee Mayor.
Yes.
Chrissy, did the motion that David just made a minute ago for the board action items include all the items in H, board action, except for 1 and 4?
Yes.
Correct.
So it would have included 6, because in the live version of the agenda, 6 is there,
Oh, so
correct?
you put 6 in
So
while we
please-
were in closed session?
Please confirm whether we need to do this H6 separately or not.
Yes, I know, I was given information to move that to H6, so it was already
Okay.
moved in the live
So it's
agenda.
already there.
So
So
we're
it
good.
has already been approved.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Oh, that was pretty quick, Trustee Valen. glad you followed that. It's early in the morning. I'm not thinking that fast. Okay. Back to, sorry. The appointments. Now we're on
Pupil Personnel Services.
E4, People Personnel Services items. Can I get a motion?
I move that we approve the pupil personnel services items presented to the board for approval this evening.
Second.
It's been properly moved in
Yes, yes,
second.
second.
Any discussion? Yes,
Just
trustee
a
Panetta?
point of clarification, I just logged out, went to the public version of our agenda. I don't see H6 public. Did you just add H6 but leave it private, or?
It's still private, yeah.
S-
Needs
So,
to be public.
so we need to finish this motion on the board, which is PPS, and then let's address that, because that has to be
I can fix
addressed.
it now.
Okay, so is there any discussion on the pupil personnel services item? No.
I have a question
Yes, what's your
regarding it, but I don't think it's going to stop us from moving forward with the item. I will forward my question to the superintendent and the director of pupil personnel.
Thank you. Okay, so all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Now, trustee Panetta, thank you for drawing that to our attention. Publicly, H6 is on the agenda or not? And maybe we need to talk about like this process, because I don't want, like, if you don't, if
I
you're
think
not
it
on
was
there.
just made live.
So publicly, people can see H6. Okay, thank you.
Good.
Now, item J, review annual organization items for July 11th, 2023 meeting. That's where we will have a change in board trustees. J1, annual appointments. Everyone, please review this. J2, extra classroom activities account. J3, civil rights compliance officers. J4, Title 9, thank you, coordinators. J5, compliance officer, public works contract. 6, compliance officer, residency officers. 7, committee for special education. 8, committee on preschool special education. 9, CSE, CPSE, committee on special education, committee on preschool special education parent members. Yes, trustee Valen.
Discussion, I just want to put another plea out there for any parents that are interested in becoming parent members on the Committee for Special Education or Preschool Special Education. Please contact Nick Giarusso or anyone whose email address you have, so your name could be forwarded for consideration. We really need to build up our bank of parents who sit in on those meetings to support their fellow families. Thank you.
Thank you. 10, impartial hearing officers. 11, Dignity Act coordinators. 12, Southern Westchester, Southern SWSCHP.
Statewide Schools Cooperative Health Plan.
Thank you, Swiss Trip representative. 13, school safety team. 14, designated educational office official. 15, authorizations rate of pay. 16, authorization bonding. 17, authorization conference attending and approval. 18, mileage reimbursement for travel expenses. 19, official newspaper. 20, official bank depositories. 21, official bank signatories. 22, petty cash funds.
22?
Yes?
I think for the next meeting agenda, before that goes out, we just need to review the actual physical locations and the names here, because I think some of these are, one of them has changed at least.
Thank you. Excuse me. That will be there. All right? Okay. Excuse me. Thank you, trustee Pineda. J23, Board of Education meeting dates. Trustee Valen, I wanted you to look at this. Can you please
No.
speak up?
So I checked, I was asked via email to check the dates that we've been discussing off and on all year. It looks like they match up with what we had last outlined, but I do want to point out February. February, we have a work session on the 6th, and the regular meeting is scheduled for February 27th, which is just after winter break. I'm just curious if the board wanted to consider having the February regular meeting 1 week after the work session on the 13th.
So have the 6th and the 13th instead of the 6th and 27th.
Yes, that's my question.
When's the March meeting?
The work session is on the 5th.
Okay. So either it will be back-to-back 6th and 13th of February, or to be back-to-back February 27th and March 5th.
Yes, and just thinking of the time to prepare the agenda and all of that stuff, I thought you may want to consider doing back-to-back in February.
Does anybody have any preference? I'm fine with doing back-to-back in February. Back-to-back in February. Okay, so let's, the
So just
6th and 13th.
Yes.
Good, okay. Instead of 27th. February 27th is going to change to February 13th. For the regular meeting, okay. Anything else? Where were we? 23, 24. J24, Adhera designee, Asbestos Hazard Emergency Response Act designee. 25, district policies. 26, temporary appointments. 27, facility use rates. They have gone up, correct? Okay. 28, Woodlands Fitness Center.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Back on 24.
Yes.
Could you find, it's just a question, is regulatory compliance, is there an LLC or an Inc. or something that will designate this thing? Because a lot of companies are named regulatory compliance, but it has to be unique if you know what kind of company it is.
Mhm.
So I'd rather have, a little designator there right after regulatory compliance.
Okay.
Thanks.
So Dr. Iverson will
Check.
look into that one, yeah. Yes. Facilities use rates, 28, J28, Woodlands Fitness Center, the hours will be 3 PM to 7 PM, Monday through Friday? Okay. 24? Trustee Warner, can you repeat your request for Dr. Iverson for J24?
On J24, where it says regulatory compliance, the Board of Education hereby designates the firm regulatory compliance to assume all responsibilities and obligations. I want to find out if it's an Inc. or an LLC or whatever, and just make the name of the thing, regulatory compliance Inc. or LLC or whatever it is, so that we know uniquely what the corporation name is.
Okay, let's go to item K1.
If I may, can I just read this?
Yes.
I'm just going to read this. At the next meeting, notice is hereby given that pursuant to Section 6D of the General Municipal Law of the State of New York, Greenburgh Central School District will be holding a public hearing on July 11th, 2023 at 6:30 PM to receive public comments on the proposed appropriation from the district's repair reserve fund. Individuals may also access the hearing thereafter via youtube.com/Greenburgh CSD. Anyone wishing to speak during the public hearing will be permitted to do so by signing up at the public hearing. At the hearing, the Board of Education of the Greenburgh Central School District will propose to appropriate the total sum of $3,500,000 from the district's repair reserve fund, with such amount to be placed in the district's capital reserve fund. The capital reserve fund expenditure shall thereafter be submitted to the voters at a special district meeting to be held on October 17th, 2023 for approval of the expenditure. Such expenditure will be drawn from the district's existing funds and not result in an increase to the tax levy. I'm just reading this so that the public is aware that we will have a public hearing on the movement of monies from the repair reserve to the capital reserve in preparation for this vote in October. That public hearing will be at our meeting on July 11th. Official notice will be put up by the district clerk and whatever publications need to be done, but that's FYI.
Thank you, Trustee Valen. Okay, K2, K3, K4, K5, K6, K7 are the extracurricular activities, all of the sports for the fall. K8, IB coordinator, K-9, IB training. K-10, mentor coordinator. K-11, mentors. K-12, PLC leaders. K-13, minutes. K-14, minutes. K-15, minutes. K-16, K-15, special district meeting. Trustee Valen?
I'm so sorry, if we could just go back to 12, just a question, as non-specific as possible. I'm just curious, seems to be a curriculum area missing for PLC leaders at the Bailey School. I'm just wondering if there will be other names added to here possibly later. Just please take note.
Okay, thank you. And K, I don't know what number I was on, K-15, special district meeting. K-16, American Minority Business Forums. K-17, a bid. K-18, a bid. K-19, internal audits. K-20, corrective action plans. K-21, district-wide safety plan. K-22, employee benefits. Oh, no, we took this,
That's
sorry,
out.
we moved that. K-22 now, I guess. Health services contract. K-23, health services. 24, health, RFP. 25, RFP. 26, treasurer's report. 27, warrant report. 28, curriculum contract. 29, curriculum contract. 30, curriculum contract. 31, curriculum contract. 32, PPS, I don't know. 32, 31 is PPS contract, 32 PPS contract, 33 PPS contract, and then we're done. No questions. Next, we have the closing items. Any new business? Hearing none, can I get adjournment motion?
I move we adjourn this meeting.
Second.
It's been properly moved in second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Meeting ends 1:24 a.m.